Welcome to Inspiration Nation with Mandi Monaghan, where you'll discover incredible business and youth leaders living inspired lives of purpose, passion, abundance, and contribution. Get ready to be inspired to dream bigger, love deeper, live generously, and take compassionate action that makes a difference for others every day.
Hi, Mandi with Inspiration Nation, where we're going to be connecting with people living inspired lives of passion, purpose, and contribution. Our mission is simple: to inspire people to live, love, and give more abundantly and make their difference in the world today. You know, the fact that you're listening tells me that this is who you are at your core, somebody who loves helping other people, has a passion for making a difference, and a heart for giving. Maybe your soul's stirring to follow that, or to dive in deeper to what your contribution in the world is. So we're going to be talking with business owners who are embracing giving at a high level and unlocking their secrets, what they've discovered along the way, the impact that it's had in their business, for their staff, their employees, and also the clients that they serve. A lot of businesses that are making a contribution in the communities where their business is located. We're going to be looking at philanthropic leaders who have dedicated their entire life work to a specific mission or a cause, and what they've discovered through it. Who have they become? What caused them to dedicate their life in service to other people? We're going to be talking with some really awesome young leaders, rising leaders, kids who have started their own nonprofit foundations that are traveling the world, speaking globally, inspiring others to give and to find their contribution, their passionate action in what they're doing to make a difference. And some inspirational thought leaders and what they've discovered along the way in the path of success about serving other people. So there's a quote I love that says, "We find ourselves when we lose ourselves in service to others." This is a quote by Gandhi. And it's actually what inspired me to launch this show. It's what inspired me to connect with other leaders, to look at what would it take to build a tribe of people united together and giving and contribution. So that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be unlocking secrets to success, a different kind of success, one of contribution, and what that's created in their life. See, I'm a mom, a business owner, a coach, a trainer, and I've also started a children's nonprofit foundation 5 years ago, teaching kids about giving. Yet this all didn't begin, there was a couple pivotal moments in my own journey and my own story that really unlocked this for me. And it began really, I grew up, I went to college, I started studying psychology, wanting to go out there and help people in some sort of social service or, counseling. And I did what a lot of people do with a psychology major. I actually went into business. And so I went into business in the form of government and some marketing. And I was quickly growing and quickly kind of, working my way up the ladder, so to speak, in terms of success. And that was until my son was born. And at that point, I thought, I was young. I had a lot of success behind me in terms of my career growth. And then my son was born. And I remember I was in a business meeting, and it was quite early. It was 5.5 weeks before I was due, and I was thinking, there's no way, this can't be this. So I kept going, and I kept in my business meeting. I kept leading and waited for the meeting to finish before I drove myself to the hospital, thinking that I would be sent home a few hours later. And that wasn't quite the case. So my son was born 5.5 weeks early, and he was thankfully able to come home after a week in the NICU. However, the next few months quickly pivoted for me. See, I went from wanting to be a mother that went back to work and continued on the career path and success path while raising a family. And that shifted so incredibly fast because my son was constantly getting sick over and over. And we would have late night ambulance rides to the hospital and discover that he had pneumonia over and over again, and was hospitalized 9 times his first year and had a couple surgeries to help him get healthier. And it was through all this that I quickly realized a different level of success. Life shifted for me. I realized what mattered most, and I started prioritizing my life in a whole new way. What I once thought was success really wasn't. And I learned to embrace and open up to creating a different level of success through providing for my family while still being able to take care of my son through all this. And it was because of that that actually launched me into entrepreneurship in the real estate industry. So thankfully, I started out helping another agent grow her business, so I had some sort of a consistent income while getting my real estate license, even while my son was sick. I remember moments sitting in the hospital next to him, studying for my real estate exam, and feeling so incredibly grateful that I had the opportunity to be there next to him. See, not every parent was. There was another child in the room next to us. I think he was about 18 months old. And I just remember him crying at the top of his head pretty much most of the day. And I had asked the nurses, where's his family? Where are his people that are taking care of him? And the nurse looked me straight in the eye like a wake-up call and said, not every family has that opportunity. They're at work and they have other kids to take care of. So it was in that moment that I remember just deciding. I decided to succeed. I decided to go after it no matter what. And I decided not from the purpose of for my own family. I decided to seek a whole new level of success in my life through creating that through entrepreneurship and focusing on what mattered most. And at that point, it was my son. And knowing that I would do something in the future with this, just not sure what at that time. So it was a very pivotal moment for me. And through the years in real estate, thankfully my son, after his third year and a couple surgeries, was completely healthy. Yet, at that time, I had decided to succeed and to succeed in a different way. So I did that by strapping him in a stroller, going out, connecting with neighbors, and asking how I could serve them in real estate. What were their needs? And so that quickly grew to some community events where we connected neighbors, gave back to charity, and I basically built my business through contributing. I found out what I was passionate about, what I wanted to do, and everything that I did, I wanted to make a difference for somebody else. And by doing that, it brought a greater level of joy. What I found through that was it absolutely brought success. Success that quickly rose our real estate business, with also working with a great team to selling over 249 homes in 1 year and constantly growing. And with those new levels of success, I kind of just kept going, hey, what else is out there? What else is out there? I wasn't feeling totally fulfilled yet. And so I started coaching other people and I started helping other people succeed. I first started by volunteering in our market center and working with agents that wanted to take their lives and business to the next level, and then working with a group of leaders going after 90-day goals and coaching them in their success, just as others had coached me in that. And quickly that grew to coaching with our international company inside of Keller Williams and giving back through coaching. And what I found was a greater level of success in helping other people succeed. And this, partnered with contribution and giving back at a whole new level, transformed my life. It completely transformed it. I discovered that living that passion and purpose and fulfillment came through helping other people succeed and also contributing and giving back. So in our company with Keller Williams, we have a culture for giving. And there was one specific event that we were doing to give back. All of the Keller Williams associates give back one particular day of the year. It's called Red Day. It's a fabulous day. All around the world, we give back. And this one year, I looked at my partner and I said, how do we start teaching our kids this? What are we doing to teach our kids this spirit of giving and contribution such that they can grow up and have that at an early age? I think I discovered that when I was around 25. What could we do to impact them at an earlier age? So we actually pulled our kids out of school and we brought them to the event. And as the agents were in there rehabbing a group boys home, kids were out there serving lemonade, selling lemonade. And the idea had come from a nonprofit foundation out there called Alex's Lemonade, where this young man, this cause had raised over $9 million for kids with cancer through lemonade. So my father and I had built a lemonade stand as a weekend project, just something to do for fun with my son. We pulled that stand out to the event, and the kids were so inspired to give and to be able to contribute 100% of what they raised that day. They were so inspired to give that night they wanted to do more. They started thinking of, here's the different ways we could give. Here's what else we could do to make a difference. Here's the different things we could do in the community to help and give back to other kids in need. So with listening to them and the ideas that flowed from their heart, we actually created a nonprofit foundation that's about teaching kids about giving through giving to other kids in the community. And it was 100% founded and funded by our real estate business. So the success that we had had in our real estate business up to that point was actually what funded our passion of giving and contribution. So it was through with every home that we sold, we made a donation into an account that for our 501c3. We quickly developed that and then started getting the community and our clients involved in giving. So here's what we discovered through this. And in this story, what we discovered is a whole new level of success. It wasn't about a role. It wasn't about a title. It wasn't about money in the bank account or what that annual salary or benefits was. New level of success came in helping other people succeed. New levels of success came in contributing, giving back, and making a difference to other people. And found, coming together with a team of people united with the same passion, with the same purpose, and finding a new level of fulfillment in life. So this all took me back to, when we started that nonprofit foundation and decided who we were going to donate or what our first cause would be. I remember being back to that pivotal moment at Phoenix Children's Hospital with my son. And there was one particular night, I believe it was the 7th time that my son had been hospitalized that year. And my father was with me. And he came when he got off work to kind of relieve me for a couple hours, go down and eat some dinner, and he would stay with my son. And I had been studying for my real estate exam, and I was quite frankly, I was exhausted. And he said, "Honey, go down and get some food. I've got him, and I'm here with him, and you go take care of you for a couple hours." And I remember sitting down in that cafeteria, and it was pivotal for me because I remember looking around at the other children down there, some with no hair, some with, hooked up to IV treatments, and they were sitting around the table with each other, having dinner with each other, and full of life and full of joy. And I remember thinking that joy is an internal thing. It doesn't come from anything external. It doesn't come from life circumstances. Any circumstance in life, no matter how we look at it, joy is on the inside. It's what happens from the inside out. And I remember thinking that and knowing, as I was starting to go in this downward spiral and choosing into something different. And I just had this absolute peace that there would be purpose through the pain that I felt at that moment in time. And that joy started to bubble up, knowing that in a few days, I would probably get to carry my son home. And no matter what was happening, that not only was there a purpose through it, there was also a faith and also just a complete trust, knowing that everything was okay. And it was through those pivotal moments of finding purpose through the pain, of discovering the inner joy and letting it come to the surface and living that life of going, I'm going to do something with this, that we decided our very first cause through our nonprofit foundation would be to give back, of course, to the local Phoenix Children's Hospital. So when they were opening a new location, we absolutely got behind that, and the kids started to raise money. And the kids started to do things that empowered them in a whole new space of giving and contribution to make a greater difference. And then they got to go tour the hospital and see who they were helping. And you know what's cool in really living a life of inspired, contribution to other people is it brings out more joy. Living from the inside out, living a life of outward focused for other people actually brought more joy. And their eyes become alive when they're involved in these giving events, and they get to connect with other people that are out there making a difference. And the more and more events that we've done, the more we realize that there is a gift, an absolute gift in giving. And it's through contribution that, just like the quote, we find ourselves when we lose ourselves in service to others. So this is my story. And this is where it's led in this space of finding success through contribution. And that's what this show is about, giving and contribution. Yes, there will be success clues through it. Yes, there will be paths of opportunity that might, just stories of people that have found opportunities through contribution and giving. We're going to be connecting with others who have discovered their own way to contribute through their business, through their life, through the work that they do in the world. Everyone has a way of contributing. Everybody has gifts inside of them to give and make a difference for other people and in the world. So we're going to be connecting with those people and discovering what their ways of contribution are. What difference has it made in their life? What are the success clues inside of that? And inspiring these stories of success through contribution, our goal is to unite a nation, a giving nation, where together we can share and inspire one another and make a bigger difference together. So whatever that is for you, whatever that contribution, that compassionate action is, whatever you feel inspired to give to make a difference for somebody else, go out today, do one simple thing. You never know where it could lead. And I'm excited for you to join in with us through Giving Nation as we're sharing stories of contribution and making a difference. You never know, you might find yourself even at a greater level by losing yourself in contribution and hearing other stories that of people that have done the same in serving other people. So this is Mandi Monaghan with Inspiration Nation. Trusting that you'll join in with us and as we take the next level and go out and create inspired action to live, love, and give more abundantly and make a difference in your world today.
Thank you for listening to Inspiration Nation. Please leave a rating and review for the show on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. And take one small action right now to help someone and spread inspiration across the nation and beyond.